What is going on, y'all, and welcome back to the channel, and thank you for joining me for some more Valheim. I am your host, Unknown Factions, and first, if you're new here, please do consider subscribing, because I am always pumping out Valheim content, and of course, smash that like button for me. I greatly appreciate both, and with all that said, let's get on with it. Now, last you guys seen, I of course had just finished making these massive seawalls, and now I am on to building the ground level of the first tower slash lighthouse that's going to go over here. Now, as you can see, I've made this huge circular foundation just by going 3 in a row and then turning once, and it comes out with a massive, beautiful round foundation. As you can see, it's just the same as, the one in turn, except we just did this on a huge scale. And of course, just went around and filled everything in. And as you can see, I'm lazy, and I just went ahead and floored right through the chest. I'll get around to reorganizing those when I feel like it. But after we get done with the big one in the center, I'm then going to go ahead and just add these 2 small towers with just the one snap and turn method right there, in between the sea walls and the ground floor here. And then I'm just going to build a nice roof connecting both of these guys. But first, we got to get some walls going on this. I'm so tired of being out in the open. And as you can see, I've just sunk some rebar in, just to give this ground level some foundation. If I need to snap anything out of there in iron, it's always just good to have some iron sunk into your ground floor. A little unnecessary, but after we get our starter walls running around, I am then just going to go ahead and pop some wood all the way around this thing, forcing some snap points when I have to, but I'm trying to keep the same style of wood and stone that I used on the walls, and of course trying to incorporate some more diamond patterns into this as we go along. But as you can see, go ahead and get as high as we can, because if you don't know how the building works in this game, you obviously can build up maximum height with stone, and then iron as well, and then wood. So this tower is going to be, of course, all 3. But as you can see, now we have company. Looks like the boys just come by, and I think they're dropping off some mats, because this is in the middle of the ocean. It is a great halfway point. But on with it anyways. Now that we have our big ass concrete walls up, we are going to go ahead and we are going to fill in the corners with some more ornate diamonds. And as you can see, I'm going to do these a little different than I did on the ones on the wall. I'm going to put X's in these, and I'm going to conjoin to kind of making this cool skeleton keys style pattern. And if y'all haven't noticed, I am completely obsessed with this design. I mean, there is probably about 20 different ways you could do this, like hexagonal patterns or diamond patterns, whatever you want to call them, but you can have a lot of fun with these. As you see, this one's fairly simple to recreate, and it comes out just as nice, using the same inner diamond pattern as we did before on the other ones, except we're going to leave it hollow in the center, and then we're going to find our midway point right here of this by going 1 meter over, 1 meter up, and then we're going to snap an X right in the center. Boom. Comes out sexy, just like that. And then of course we're just gonna have to run around and get up on top of this bad boy and do the same thing over again. But I was debating on whether I should do a band around the center right here to give the outside of these walls some more depth. But I think I like the large windows, and of course I think I'm gonna split this into 2 right here. So I'm gonna make this 2 floors before it gets to the top of the base of the tower, and then we're going to have another floor, and then the lighthouse part of the tower up there. But that is to come, of course. Now, as you can see, once we get done putting our double X's on there, we're going to run around and we're just going to case the top off real fast with some more concrete. Boom. Just like that. Looking good, son. Beautiful views up here. Only bad thing about working in the water is all the storms. But after that, as you can see, we are going to wrap a ring of iron around the top, and of course, I don't think I caught it on camera, but you jump back down and I shot some iron up all the way through the sides, all the way around. Well, I actually think at first I only did 4, but eventually I do go all the way around and fill that up with iron. But after that, just hop to the center, and I'm going to pop out the center and raise up the ground as high as possible. That way I can rise up an iron pole right out of that and then connect it to the sides. That way we are bringing the ground level up a little bit to boost our iron height, which is going to be needed to be able to get some bonfires up high. As you see, I'm just building some makeshift platforms right there, working my way out so I can get some snap points up here. That way I can jump up top and just finish all these bad boys right out. There we go, looking good. Just run these all the way back, and if you're fast enough, you can pop these all the way without having, to stop and add cross support and stuff. You just don't give it time to break, just go ahead and snap them real fast. I get slower as the night progresses. The more I smoke, the slower I get at building. So like I'll start out real hard and go real fast, and then I'll just kind of slowly get slower and slower, I guess is what I'm saying. But as you can see, after we're done with the iron, I'm going to come back, I'm going to put a nice layer of the ground stone blocks. These do cost a little more stone, but it's going to be worth it. We're going to need shelter for the inside, and this way I don't have to hide roofing tiles in between a layer of floor or ceiling or something, So using up a ridiculous amount of stone to do this ceiling, but it is well worth it in the end, and it's good protection too, because when you get raided, we don't know what other kind of flying enemies are going to be coming. Could be a lot stronger ones. You're going to want some stone and iron up here, maybe even double up. Of course, adding a little more wood to the outside to give us the same style, like woven pattern as we did on the walls, and wrecking our instant raid around here at the same time. At the completion of this, I think I'm already at like 8,000 instances, which is getting fairly high. Once we get over 20,000 instances, it's going to be a lag fest. As you can see, after that, we are jumping right into the center, and then we are going to build the staircase, which I unfortunately forgot to put my camera back on, and missed the beginning of the staircase, which is, I just wrapped the ground pillar down at the bottom, and I went all the way around, and just going up one at a time, and then when I get to the end of the wall, I'll go around. So it's a very simplistic way to do a wraparound staircase, and of course the top is going to have to be all supported with iron coming right out the bottom. And now after, of course, I'm going to come right back around and wrap with wood, just to hide some of the iron and ugliness and just kind of flatten all this out, make it look a little more appealing. And of course, sticking to our same style of wood and stone, not like we have many more choices, but trying to keep it at least parallel or similar, that way nothing looks, you hate when you go from building to building and everything's a different style, a different taste. You have modern mixed with medieval. Come on, at least try to keep it somewhat similar. You're not going to get anything perfect. I'm not an architect, but you can get things looking pretty damn good though. And on to connecting these side walls. Now, as you can see, the spacing on these is a little funky because I built them all at different times and wasn't keeping them exactly right, but it's okay because we can still bridge them just like this by kind of forcing the snap point off of the back of the wall, and then jumping up and just kind of riding these things like Minecraft blocks all the way up, boom, as high as we can. No need for iron on these because we want them just a little taller than the walls but shorter than the center tower. That way as we build our bridge like this and we roof it over, it'll be a nice slow ascension to the next level instead of just a drop off. So this just looks better on a whole, making it a nice flow. So after we get built on over here like that, I believe I'm gonna have to run some roofing tiles underneath this first layer, that way that you can have comfort and cover, at least right here on the edge, because I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to put in here. I know I might have some stairways wrapping around through here, but I don't know what else is going to go in these side buildings. So just to go ahead and build in some roofing cover underneath the stairs, like so, giving us added protection. Now this isn't a snap point, you're going to have to free place these, so you'd have to do like a little test one to make sure your roofing tile can fit underneath the stairs, just like that. You might get a little clipping at the top, but it's okay. It's well worth it. Boom. Just like that. So much mats. I have used so much material. It's insane. It's never enough. Boom. Go over like this now. And voila. As you can see, I just mirrored the exact same thing on the other side. And we have two beautiful transitions from the walls, excuse me, to the first tower. And, of course, matching the same style, badass pattern on the windows. Not the exact same, but still similar. Like I said before. Still kind of freaking with it. And, who knows, I might change it up a little bit as it goes. But as it sits right now, I am pretty pleased with this. I'm thinking of doing, like, a preparation room. It was a suggestion from one of the guys on the server, actually. But might put a spin on, like, a memorial to each biome. So a preparation or slash memorial to each biome from all the armor you would use in that biome. Food, weapons, trophies, all kind of in one area. And section this entire place off, even including biomes to come. So I think that is what part of this is going to be, and of course the top level is going to be the ultimate trophy room with all the trophies littered in there, sectioned off by biome to appeal to my OCD. But besides that, y'all, I think that's about it. Now I have completed more, and I am editing it right now, so be on the lookout for the next update because it is getting absolutely massive. And that's it for this one, folks. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Don't forget to hit the like button for me, and of course I will catch you in the next one.